Hey everyone, Ryan here, or M&R Productions, with a review of a set that should not have been released in the way it is currently being released. Given the circumstances of the world, this set is actually a much more wide release than I believe it would have originally been intended, as this would have been an exclusive to the Star Wars Celebration event. However, it is available at LEGO stores and Target.com as of August 27th, so you can actually pick this up rather easily compared to how easily you may have been able to find it otherwise. But this is the Bespin dual set from LEGO Star Wars. It's set number 75294 with 295 pieces, recommended for ages 18 and up. So this is part of the newer adult style line for LEGO sets here, and it's got the all black box art to boot. The set costs $40 in the United States, which is arguably a little on the pricey side for what it looks like you're getting, but you also are getting two figures that otherwise you could only get in much more expensive sets. So there's definitely some value in that, I think, for a lot of people, and it's a really nice display piece. So there's that too. Anyway, the box shows off the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back there, as well as a different angle of the build. The other side, kind of different language there. And then the back side of the box is going to show an actual shot from Empire Strikes Back of Darth Vader telling Luke he is his father. You have the dimensions of the build, and then you have another angle of the build there. So pretty slick and simple box art. I'm going to build this up, and we'll take a look at the minifigs. Not so fast. I wanted to give a huge thank you and shout out to Minifig Center on Instagram for helping me get this set early. So after the review, I'll have a link down in the description for you guys to check out his Instagram page. Give him a follow. Tell him I sent you. I found the instructions for this set to be somewhat interesting. I think you may too, so I figured I'd give you guys a good view of it here. It's kind of like a UCS set. It tells you a little bit about the scene, the Bespin duel there. No, I am your father. Not to be mistaken for what a lot of people think the quote is, Luke, I am your father. So yeah, really cool there. You get a couple of shots of that. And then towards the back here, it just has like the parts and everything. So it's normal LEGO instructions other than that. I really love building on the black paper though. I personally prefer that. And then at the back, it's got the very simple, clean LEGO Star Wars logo. I gotta tell you, I love this for the back of the manuals. Keep this as much as possible. I love it. The first of two minifigures in the set is Darth Vader here, and the great thing about this Darth Vader, remember this is a $40 set. It's the exact same Darth Vader that we see in the $100 LEGO Star Wars Death Star Final Duel set number 75291. It brings arm printing to the cheapest set we've ever seen for a Darth Vader with arm printing. So it basically took that Summer Wave $100 purchase if you really wanted the Darth Vader and made it a $40 purchase for you, which is great. The only difference between this Darth Vader and the Darth Vader in that Death Star Final Duel set is the cape, which I found rather interesting. The cape in the Final Duel set is much more malleable, a lot softer. It's kind of like a play cape. This one is almost as stiff, but not quite, as the older style LEGO capes. It's still a style that I feel like I've never seen before, but very interesting to see there. You can see the face underneath still there. Same style Darth Vader exactly, other than the cape, like I said, and he's got a red lightsaber. So it's a nice, cheaper way to get the Darth Vader with arm printing, and for that, that would make this set a great pickup for you. And our second figure in the set here is Luke Skywalker, and depending on how you look at these kind of things, you may think this is good or bad, but personally in this case, I think it's pretty good to see Darth Vader and Luke here in such a cheap set that would otherwise be in sets that would cost a combined $450 if you wanted them both. So you can see why that might be a great thing for a lot of people there. Now, the thing with this Luke Skywalker is he's exactly the same, yes, I did compare him, to the 2018 Master Builder Series Betrayal at Bespin or Cloud City set. So it's pretty awesome to get this in such a cheap set now, especially since that older set is retired, so that kind of exclusivity had run its course anyway. You can see Luke does have that second face on the back, which looks awesome. I love it with that kind of black eye there, so it's pretty sweet to see the Luke and Darth Vader here. Great figure selection for a lot of original trilogy fans. And here is the finished model in hand, and I must say, I think some obvious observations to start out with here is that this is a really good display piece for a desk for like an adult. Like, that's what this is supposed to be, and it does a great job of being what it's supposed to be. Now, on some level, it actually does offer a small bit of play to kids to kind of reenact the scene and have the two duke it out with their lightsabers, but there's no other like play features. Nothing breaks away, nothing falls off. It's a really just solid build overall. Now, one of my critiques of it when I first saw the pictures is that I would have preferred cylindrical clear pieces at the bottom, and I'm not sure if I still feel the same way. It does line up nicely with the way that they actually designed the the build here. And then they created this black platform that's tiled off to make it look like it's just kind of down into nothingness, because again, it's really not supposed to be there, I guess, but obviously it has to be there to kind of hold the thing together. I also like the way that it kind of extends farther than you would really think it has to, but it does have to, because it creates the balancing with this. Otherwise it would just, if you put it down, it would just fall forward. So thankfully they did account for that. There's some nice inverted tiles on the bottom, and the 40th anniversary for the Empire Strikes Back thing there is a sticker. So some people may be disappointed with that, but that was kind of to be expected. So nice little plaque thing there. I love the design though. They did a great job getting like curvature of things proper here. It is a little bit tough trying to get the curvature of these right yourself, because you actually have to curve them. They don't come pre-curved into position. Unfortunately, they come as like straight pieces, so you got to curve those yourself, but it works out pretty well in the end, and I actually like the way that it looks. Now, you got little lights there with orange. You have all these different little details, and at that, very accurate details, I might add. And this little platform here is actually really strong. You can see it's connected with 2 Technic pieces there, and it's actually pretty strong. Like, you don't have to worry about it breaking away, but if you do push down on it, it's going to drop down there. It's going to disconnect from the top one and hinge on the bottom one there, but it's not going to disconnect completely though, so that's nice, I guess. But really, the detailing on this is incredible. This is the largest rendition of this we have seen in Lego. The other ones were smaller and built into Master Builder series style Cloud City playsets. So this is the 3rd time Lego's done this, and this is the first time it's been a standalone set as its own like dual set, and at that, they've done an amazing job with it. Now, I will say there's a couple different ways you can orient these figures. Obviously, I've got them like this. You have a little stairway leading up to that, which you could have them walk up, I guess, but the way they kind of show it on the box is you have Darth Vader stand on that little part there, and you can have Luke kind of hang on off the side here before he's going to drop down into the shaft. So you can see how he can kind of hang on to that, put his feet down onto that platform, and you can reenact the scene. It's really awesome for that. I love the way that you can do that. My, I guess, other complaint would be that there's nowhere to put the lightsabers when you do this. So obviously Luke's lightsaber falls down the shaft. So I guess that makes sense. Just throw it on your floor, right? So that works. But it looks amazing, right? Like, it really is a neat little display set for your desk, and that's really all it's good for, and that's all it needs to be good for. So for 40 bucks, a lot of people may look at it and think overpriced. I look at it and I think that's pretty fair. It's a premium Lego Star Wars set. It offers, in my opinion, premium minifigures with a really nice Luke Skywalker and a really nice Darth Vader with arm printing that you otherwise would have to pay $450 combined for the sets at retail to get the 2 figures there. So it definitely provides a lot of great value in that aspect, and it's a pretty substantial build. So I'm going to rate it a 9 out of 10. I think this is amazing. I hope Lego does more like this in the adult style wave. I know they've been doing like $20 dual sets with Anakin and Obi-Wan. They did Kylo Ren and Rey on Starkiller Base. So if we could see more things like this, I wouldn't be opposed to that either. I would love to see more in the adult style, where you have the 2 characters, or maybe even more, and then you have the bit of scenery, and then it's kind of built onto this nice display platform. But ultimately, this set was actually originally intended for Star Wars Celebration, so I don't think we may see too much like this in the future in the adult category, but who knows? Lego could do anything. Future is wide open, especially if this set sells as well as I think it's going to, because it is really, really cool. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed, a like is greatly appreciated. You can check out my other Lego Star Wars Summer 2020 set reviews with the end screen now. Peace out.